Mike Gengler here. Just wanted to go over some benefits of seller financing for both the buyer and the seller. It can be a useful tool for both parties. One of the big things with seller financing is going to be the timing. That can help both buyer and seller eliminate that mortgage pre-approval process, which leads to quicker timelines and can really help facilitate what the seller wants to do on the close date. Another thing that it will do for the seller is, since they are the ones financing, they're going to make a little bit more money here because they're earning that interest rate that would otherwise go to a big bank or a big lender. So even if the purchase price stays the same, the seller can end up making more money in the long run because they are earning that interest as well, in addition to the purchase price of the property. Now, with that does come some risks for the seller as they're financing it. They need to do some checks on the buyer and be comfortable with that process so that the buyer is still approved in a sense. It's just by themselves rather than a bank. Another benefit of seller financing is saving on closing costs for both the buyer and the seller. This can be split and lead to a higher purchase price from the buyer, but then also saves the buyer closing costs for themselves, since there's lower overall closing costs involved in the transaction. If you are dealing with the seller directly as a buyer, that can be really beneficial for you, as you'll get to save on the real estate agent cost and the finance closing costs, which can lead to you being able to offer a higher purchase price than others that are going the traditional financing route. So to wrap up, we've got a few benefits here for seller financing. It's not available in all transactions. You'll have to bring it up with the seller, but in the end, the seller generally makes more money because they're earning that interest throughout the life of the loan. They get to set the timeline themselves for how fast or when this deal closes, and both the buyer and the seller can save money on closing costs, which lead to both parties benefiting in the long run. Hope this helped. If you have any other questions about how seller financing works, you can reach out to me at 763-477-2918. Thanks, and have a great day.